Nelly's got ink like a story untold. Her skin is a map of the brave and bold. Sipping her tea while the mic's on blast. Chasing the future, not stuck in the past. Nelly, Nelly, tell us what you know. Words like rivers, let the wisdom flow. Nelly, Nelly, inked and unbound. In your voice, the world spins round. Nelly, Nelly, tell us what you know. Words like rivers, let the wisdom flow. Nelly, Nelly, inked and unbound. In your voice, the world spins round. She's got a laugh that can shatter the rain, a wink that can turn all the rules insane. From London streets to the podcast air, she's a rebel queen with a dragon's flair. Tales of love, tales of fear, her words linger in your ear. Nelly's got ink like a story untold.
Driving down the highway, and he's dropping hot takes. He's driving down the highway, and he's driving it straight. He keeps on driving that big rig, and he ain't slowing down. He's got his pedal to the metal, and he's flying through town. Trucking down the highway, yeah, he's driving so fast. Trucking down the highway, ain't gonna finish last. His engine's running hot, he's putting on the brakes. When he's done trucking, that's when he's fighting with the greats. Trucking down the highway, yeah, he drives it so straight.
Congratulations! You've unlocked All Apologies, a show about apology tours and demanding satisfaction. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me, as always, is your co-host, Nelly. What's up, Nelly?
Hi, guys.
The trademark hi, guys, that melts everybody's heart.
Cheers to everyone.
Cheers to that.
It's a large whiskey and Coke, if anyone's wondering.
Hell yeah. That's what I got here, too. That's just incognito. Mm-hmm. And speaking of melting hearts, we got a lot to cover and an extra special guest. So I want to get right to it. Please welcome to the show from WATB, the incredible Christian Bladt joining the show. Christian, hey.
Well, thank you for using special in the kind way. Usually if I'm referred to as special, it is the short bus definition, but I appreciate you being here. And thank you for mentioning WATB. Some would say the best channel on that, the best show on that channel, but I wouldn't say it, but other people are saying, I hear people are saying it. That's what they say.
There's a specific person that I would say would agree with you that we are definitely going to get to in a little bit. If you're looking at my thumbnail there that I've been featuring, somebody has strong opinions about Karl and WATP and the network over there. So I think some people would tend to agree with you. But one of the things that I want to bring up while you're here, Christian, because I know you have somewhere to be today, it's a holiday weekend all over the world. Apparently, it's Memorial Day here in the States. It's a holiday in Canada. I was on with Bacon Bits last night, and it's a bank holiday in the UK for Nelly, right?
Again.
So we're all celebrating over here. But Bacon and I were live at like 11, quarter to 12 at night. I know Christian got the heads up about what was happening online. We watched Karmic with Latanya and Andrea, which has never happened before. And Karmic did not know that they were trans prostitutes, and he learned a lot that night, and that was amazing. But while that was happening, people were hitting up Bacon in the chat and saying, you're not going to believe what's happening over on MLC. And we jumped over there, and this was the murderer's row that Kevin Brennan...
I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor. For my sons and the rest of us Angelinos that want to stop these corrupt politicians from destroying our city.
Would you rather hear Spencer Pratt or hear Kevin Brennan? You know what I mean?
I don't know why that's playing now. But
while you're figuring that out, you're showing people there's 10 people on the screen. And I think people who know me well enough know who I know most on that screen. But
Yeah.
let's just say someone sent me that link and said, "This, you should jump on." And I'm like, "Are you kidding? There's already 10 people on that stream." And my name did come up, and somehow Chad Zumach remembers my name this time because we played a bunch of clips from him saying that he was glad he didn't go to Hackamania. And I made the point that only somebody that wishes they went to Hackamania would say as many times as Chad
I
did,
live. They let my home burn down. I know what the
still Spencer Pratt. But I couldn't imagine, like, I have a good relationship with funny man Tom Myers. I know that not everyone does, but we get along. He would have been nice to me. Liam McEnany and I, we saw The Mandalorian and Grogu on Thursday night. So we're neighbors and friends. But I mean, I can't imagine diving into that. Joey C is our next president, but I mean,
No, vote for 2K, 4K, and 2K for vice president. How dare you, Christian?
Yeah.
We are a vote for 4K on this podcast. How dare you?
Nelly, I'm not saying. Listen, I'll say how I'm going to vote, but I just feel like the numbers are with Joey C. The people want Joey C. I would rather, and you can flip flop 2K and 4K. That's fine with me. I've been on stream with 2K, and I think that he would be great. But in any case, this is just I don't know. The term nightmare fuel gets thrown around a lot now.
Yeah.
There's so many people talking, and one of them is Clearwater Chad.
No, sorry, Jake Hudson is on that panel.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yes, you're right. The low rung on the ladder, Nelly, is Jake Huston. Yes.
But you got Kevin Brennan, who I'm convinced is using the beautification filter now. He looks AI. He looks fake. He's letting this happen. So he's guilty of this. And then you have Clearwater Chad, who is not necessary, but adds nothing. I've been using the shorthand hamburger pants as somebody that maybe is a one note. It's basically the new clown shoes, and Clearwater Chad is that to me. He's actually got hamburger pants. He was eating multiple rodeo burgers during this stream, and I'm sure some of it was in his lap. So
yeah, he had purchased 10 and he only ate 6 of them. And by the way, only ate 6 hamburgers.
Yeah. I'm as much a fan as a rodeo burger as anybody else, but 10 is too many. So then here you have Tom Myers. Obviously, we watched some of this, and you have these motor mouth, like, stream of consciousness people like Joey C and Scarlett Hampton in the mix. And Tom Myers was steamrolling this stream in the most obnoxious fucking way. He was just swinging a miss with all these fucking comments. And he drove me off of it. I couldn't watch it anymore because of him.
Well, let me give credit to my friend Tom. Let me give credit to my friend Tom Myers just real quick. The part that I watched, he was reading all the super chats because I think KB didn't want to. And even Zumach said, Tom, you did a great job reading the super chats. So I wanted to give a compliment. I needed to, make sure I got ahead of the Tom Myers hate. And I do apologize, Nelly, please.
You did a bad job. You did a bad job.
The worst person on this panel, then that says a lot. I'll be really honest. If it was him that made you switch this off, like, I've not seen a lot of Tom stuff since, like, Kel used to cover him a long time ago on WATP. And I actually like he's really shit. He's like a dad. He's like just full of dad jokes, and it's really poor effort dad jokes. But yeah, I can't believe he was the worst on this panel. So you're going to put me some torture though, aren't you? You like to torture me, Andy. Come on, give it to me. What?
No, you're right about that. And then you got Fuddle up there.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to isolate who the worst is. It's almost like, if you're at a buffet, not everybody's going to stay away from the same thing. There's so many there's people who hate Liam more than anyone on the stream, so it just depends on your personal preference.
Yeah, I saw Liam on, just going at it with Kumia this weekend too. And plug for the poker show next Monday. I'm trying to get Liam on so he can speak for himself when he shows up there. But I was going to say, Felicia, Ron Fuddle up here, they're a problem when it's KB and Felicia together. They're just nice to each other, and it's not entertaining, Right. So that doesn't add value to this conversation. And then Liam.
Is Felicia still fucking comic?
Allegedly not.
Not really at this point. On again, off again. And then you got Scarlett Hampton, who is usually is she. The problem is everybody was talking over each other the whole time, and she's guilty of that. Crumb, I don't really know in any single way, and he wasn't adding anything. I kept telling Bacon that they needed to lose Clearwater Chad. They needed to lose Crumb off of this because they were adding nothing.
Crumb's a nice guy.
I'm sure he is, but I just don't know him at all.
What I'll say about Crumb is he had the best sounding audio level. It was perfectly modulated. Liam was a little hot. Clearwater Chad was a little low. Jake Huston, please, let's not. So actually, Crumb sounded the best. Zumach sounded like Zumach usually does because he had the sound effects and everything. But so that, I don't know much about Crumb either. I just know the name. Yeah.
And then you got literal Chad who can't. He's just slow on the uptake, and this is a target-rich environment, and he was not landing any jokes or punchlines, and he was just there. He's been coming at me.
He usually does. If you're not like on point, like this is him. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah, no, I didn't expect much. And then you, of course, I said Scarlett and Joey are motor mouths, but Jake Hudson is there too. So. And then, of course, presidential hopeful Joey C. I want to play a game. I don't know how much did you watch a lot of this, Christian?
I think I saw a different part than you because I saw the tail end of these 10 and it went down pretty quickly to 9 and then 8, etc.
Oh, okay. So that's my question. Who do you, if it doesn't really matter if you know or not, Nelly, who do you think would be the first person that would have enough common sense to be like, this is a huge waste of my time and bail on this stream? Who do you think out of these people?
I'd say Crumb, but that's only because I know Crumb. But Crumb or Joey, it's got to be one of them too.
Kristen, do you have a guess?
I think the part that I saw, it's actually Jake Hudson.
Jake Hudson was the first person.
Yeah.
Stop. Did he not just lose signal in his trailer? Did he leave or did he lose signal in his trailer?
That's possible. But he was having trouble, I think, getting into the conversation, And when he did, it went nowhere. So
you don't say.
Yeah, I know. It's shocking. Wait, R. Jake Hudson? Yes, R. Jake Hudson.
Did you know?
Oh, that was what at one point almost everybody on screen was doing a Jake Hudson impression, and it broke my brain. So I didn't clip any of this. It's very unwatchable. But to me, I was like, this might be critical mass implosion of the Dabbleverse right here. I don't know how it could get any worse than what I'm looking at here.
Yeah,
this is the crossover that nobody wanted or asked for.
I mean, exactly. This is like Avengers Endgame with all the characters you hate.
You can drop the hard R on here, Christian. Don't worry, we drop hard R's on here. Don't worry.
From every bad movie you've ever seen. And what I did do is, just in case he was up in the middle of the night, I did forward the link to Eric Zane. So I wish he had jumped in, but he was, of course, fast asleep. I wanted him to weigh in on this, but I was like, there's nothing to be gained from me being the 11th rectangle on the screen,
Yeah, you have too much respect for yourself.
Although Liam did call me a coward, but I took it. I'm like, you know what? If this is cowardice, I'll embrace it.
Well, Christian, I'm very glad that you're here because I wanted a local, well, not necessarily local, but a California resident's perspective on something that Nelly has been making me aware of. I didn't even really know this was happening, but the Spencer Pratt mayoral candidacy has been showing up on Instagram in Nelly's feed a lot, and she insisted I pay attention to this. And I got to say, it's compelling to say.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. His campaign videos are hilarious. I love it. It's so good.
It is very funny. And let me just briefly explain the geography. So I essentially live in the Los Angeles metro area, but I live in Burbank, which is its own city. So I'm surrounded by Los Angeles, but I can't vote for mayor of LA. So people want to say that Karen Bass is my fault. And I say, no, it's not.
I thought I heard recently that they can't ask for ID when you go to vote. in Los Angeles now.
No,
People
but they
going,
have records like for addresses. So you have to have a name that matches an address. So they don't look for a photo ID. So yes, I guess if I knew someone who lived, at like my old apartment when I did live in Los Angeles, I could probably try that. But
"Nick, do it."
yeah. But listen, this is a state that hilariously voted for the Terminator as governor, and on the ballot for that race was also Gary Coleman and Larry Flint. All right. So look, we have a good sense of humor here. There were like 30 people running. So listen, we have a good sense of humor here in California, and I'm very proud of it. And the idea that Spencer Pratt, he's out raising money for Karen Bass, the sitting mayor. We have a governor election too, but she's the sitting mayor of Los Angeles. She's running for re-election. She did a terrible job handling the fires, and she's in all the videos. They switched her mic off when she was sitting with Trump after some of it. We played it on WATP. She was not really adding to the conversation. In fact, she was detracting from it. So it's a very vulnerable candidate. However, I think that people think of Spencer as kind of a goof, and he could win the primary, which is coming up on a week from Tuesday. That doesn't mean that he would become the mayor.
So I've been like deep into the rabbit hole of all this, and like from what I see, he's actually like really, really favored. Like everyone is really like backing him completely. There's so many celebrities backing him. Everyone's like coming out, making the TikToks. Like, we all thought like loads of like YouTubers and everything like, oh, we all thought Spencer Pratt was this like bully on a TV show and he was just this privileged dickhead, but no, he's out here and like he's doing the good work. And there's people like backing him massively. And it does seem to be like, because at first I was like, this can't be serious. And the more I got into the rabbit hole, watching the videos and the YouTubers and the famous people being like, we need you, this is what we need. He really seems to be like, he's got a hold of it. It doesn't seem like a joke. It's like when Donald Trump first ran and everyone was like, oh, this is funny. And then you're like, oh shit, he's now on his second term. Like he's got that total vibe about him where it's like, you can't be serious. And then you're like, actually, this guy's really gripping people.
I think the difference was that, with Trump, he was running against like 11 just absolute losers. I mean, Jeb Bush thought he should be president just because his dad and his brother had been. But if you see him, you're like, oh no, this guy was completely unengaging. And that's the guy who was the front runner heading into it. And Trump also, say what you want about him. He's brilliant enough to know to surround himself with the right people. So he sounded like he was going to do the things people wanted in 2016. And he was running against someone incredibly unlikable in Hillary Clinton. So that's the comparison for Spencer Pratt, that I don't even know Democrats who are like, oh yeah, Karen Bass is really, somebody that should keep this going, and look at the bind. Spencer Pratt is LA's Joey C. Yes. Yes, he is.
Well, exactly. Of course I have a million examples of everything you guys are talking about.
Yes.
And shout out Bacon Bits, member for 1 month. And
Thank you.
we were talking about the hang last night, and it's linked in the description of this show. So go find that. Check out Karmik and Latanya and Andrea and that Murderer's Row of embarrassment that Kevin Brennan featured. But I know that Christian has a limited amount of time, so let's see if we can get into this. This is Spencer Pratt's candidacy. Come on now. Here we go.
Now it's going to be audio of Kevin Brennan when you want Spencer Pratt. We're going to hear KB.
Here we go. Let's try this. There we go.
I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor. For my sons and the rest of us Angelinos that want to stop these corrupt politicians from destroying our city. We are going to get the golden age of Los Angeles back.
So the wildfires took his home like it did a lot of people, and he has a big problem with the mayor letting the reservoirs run dry, not having infrastructure in place that for an event that seems to happen on a regular basis, right, Christian? You should be prepared for a scenario like that.
That was a level that I think was unprecedented in the Los Angeles metro area, in that usually the celebrity homes are okay, but I mean, you had like Martin Short, Billy Crystal, and I said celebrities, so I won't mention Whitney Cummings, but I mean, people who like literally like everything was gone. And usually you're able to put out the fires before they get to
this, Mike. I have a conspiracy theory about that. I won't get into it now, but there's conspiracy theories about the fact that this time it was all the celebrity homes. It kind of there's a lot of chatter of the conspiracy of why that was.
Yeah, and there's a lot of there's a lot of ways in which it was mishandled at the city, state, and federal level. Trump talked about how he turned the water back on because the water had been off, but all it did is waste water that wasn't needed anymore. There was a time where water could have been more useful, but I don't live in those communities. I can't afford to live in the fire zone.
I can't afford water.
Yeah, I can't afford water either. So. Listen, I think everybody, it's all still very raw, and I guess Spencer's official residency is that trailer. My understanding is he's actually living up in Santa Barbara right now.
We're gonna get to that.
I don't want to. Okay.
Chatted me. I didn't know this. Andy was like, "Have you seen this?" And I was like, "No, Spencer."
But listen, a lot of people get elected and don't actually live. All you need to have is an official residency, and I do think that trailer is where he's registered. So and he has the excuse of like, "Well, my real home burned down." All right. So Anyway, I didn't mean to get ahead of.
No worries.
No. But go ahead.
There's more campaign promises. What is he going to do if elected? Everybody wants to know that type of stuff.
Guy Juan from Clean LA, he moved here from Ecuador, and he said it's the dirtiest thing he's ever seen his whole life. So he just started cleaning up trash.
This is Spencer on Joe Rogan. So he's.
By the way, can we talk about his hat that has the Dodgers logo? By the way, if there was an L in his name, it would be great. But so it's Pratt with the LA, the Dodgers logo. So you're Bladt? Is he trying to be me? I don't quite know what that is.
Yeah, it's pandering is what it is. He's always wearing his wife's merch and this pandering hat, and he's doing all the things to appeal
this
to.
Just made me realize that I could make a Bladt hat with my name on it with the Dodgers logo.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
All right. Thanks, Spencer.
Posting it, and now people will give him GoFundMe money, and he cleans more of the city than the city. And I had him on my podcast. I said, "What's the problem here, Juan?" And he said, "People don't care, Spencer." And I said, "So when I'm mayor, I hire you. They want $1 billion for the trash." He's like, "I can do this for easy $500 million." I said, "Okay, you're hired, Juan."
So the guy who's doing it for free now says he could do it for $500 million.
Well, he technically doesn't do it for free. He gets GoFundMe.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah. He doesn't. Yeah. But Nelly, to your point, I saw that video. Andy, you sent it to me, but I watched it on my Instagram, and several people I know had liked that video. Who I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have struck them as people that Spencer Pratt was connecting with, and so. I think that if you can make enough common sense arguments like that, like, look, here's this guy who knows the city is dirty. You cannot dispute that Los Angeles proper is filthy and overrun with homeless encampments and beyond what we are even used to in a city like this. And you're like, oh yeah, I can fix it and it'll cost less. That is the sort of, if you build up enough of those people, like, yeah, why not? Karen Bass sucks. But right now, I think the only people who can vote for him are people voting registered as Republicans. So they're going to vote for the primary. And I think he's very likely to do well in the primary. I don't know that he has a chance in a national, in a citywide election, just because of, all the people holding back their money at this point. But
well, unfortunately, that guy has been deported by ICE. So much for that campaign promise.
So now it's $600 million he needs.
Yeah. And let's take a look at his debating skills when they the deck is
my favorite. These are my
the deck is stacked against this guy. This is very much the system trying to, like you were comparing him to Trump. People are, saying this is not the way you're supposed to run a campaign. And I think Nelly likes it.
Yeah, you want someone relatable, someone who's like, "Oh, fuck off." You're like, no. Like instead of this like lies and stood there with your rehearsed speech, like when you make like the facial expression, like, and you're like, "Oh, shut." That's what people like to see. You kind of, especially like the common people, not the rich people, like the common people. We just want to see someone who's like, "No, fuck off. You're chatting shit." Like he's makes it relatable, even though he is a millionaire. Like he kind of makes it feel like he's just a man of the people.
Yeah, well, he's speaking truth to power, I think.
She's an incredible liar. Everyone on their phones, Google it. 40 weather stations in the Pacific Palisades. It never went above 40 miles per hour. She is referencing the Altadena fire.
I have to interrupt you. No name calling,
please.
She's
lied, though.
But no name calling.
She called me a liar.
I don't believe she did.
She said
I did not hear that.
This up. I did not.
We're not going to debate the issue.
We're at a debate, but we're not going to debate this issue.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and I guess the point is that you by calling her a liar, you're giving them the ammunition to stop you. And if you are a little bit more seasoned, well, that's just not true. Then you can actually make your point. So they're able to take that. Woody from Syracuse. He looks like Super Dave's deadbeat younger brother. I was thinking as I'm looking at the image you have of him, Colin Jost from SNL put out a book called A Very Punchable Face. Yeah. And that's very true if you see Colin Jost. But I'm looking at Spencer Pratt, and I don't think anybody should hurt him. I don't think anybody should approach him. YouTube terms of service. But he has one of those faces. For sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
And he has one of those mouths as well, as we're gonna see later in the presentation here.
It just what you needed was one of the other debaters on the stage to say, okay, you're making the point about 40 out of these 44 weather stations said that the wind gusts were, I think, under 30 miles per hour. I think that's the point he's going to make. 4 of them still did say that it was more than that. So you just be like, okay, yeah, so 40 of them maybe weren't in the right spot. It's very easy. Once you start throwing numbers around, all of a sudden people just zone out and stop listening, like the two of you did when I started making the point. The point is that by not letting him make his point, they empower him, because who looks good in that clip, Nelly?
Spencer Pratt. Because they make it, they're shutting him up. Why are you shutting him up? Let him explain to me. Like it is. People are going, you're trying to shut him up now because he's spitting facts. So what's he going to tell us that you're not letting us? That's what we all want. We all think, everyone's like, oh, the government's hiding everything. Everyone in power is keeping things from us. So when you like try and shut someone up, that gives them a bigger voice. This is why I think he's so liked, and people are getting into it because they're trying to shut him down. And sometimes being the loudest voice in the room works.
Yeah. Yeah. But he does. I was waiting for this, which came out Friday, I think. And every time I see a politician, it's all promises and no plan. And on Friday, I saw this long video that I edited down where he has a 6-point plan that about how he's going to address the homeless drug problem in LA. And it made me think that he might have a better chance than anybody's really giving him credit for.
Step 1, break the cycle. No more distribution of drug paraphernalia. Karen Bass and Nithya Raman currently pay NGOs millions of dollars to increase drug usage and profit off the misery of these drug addicts. I'm putting an end to this profiteering. Currently, street medical teams administer Narcan to reverse opioid overdoses. It blocks the opioid receptors in the brain so the addict can shoot up as much heroin as they want. It won't do a thing. The problem is Narcan only lasts for a day or two, and it doesn't break the addiction cycle. So these same addicts end up overdosing and getting more Narcan every week as these NGOs and pharmaceutical companies rake in profits. There is a longer lasting anti-narcotic drug called Vivitrol that does what Narcan does, but it lasts for 30 days, giving a much better chance of breaking the addiction. The problem is the addict must be sober for 7 to 14 days before it can be administered. So we have this donut hole between the 48 hours of protection with the Narcan and the 2 weeks of sobriety needed to administer the Vivitrol. This donut hole is the linchpin for winning this war against addiction. This is where my plan excels.
Donuts.
I was going to say, all I got out of that was donuts.
Yeah, but Clearwater Chad. Now you have the Clearwater Chad vote.
So listen, he's making a point about what the problem is, and I think that he probably wanted to say, like, why don't we just let them OD and then that will end the cycle. But I think that that's probably not considered particularly empathetic. It gets so bogged down into what he's talking about. It's like, so let's administer a different drug, but they need to be sober for all this time. And
But then they've built so many of these sober living addiction centers that they're not doing anything with. So I mean, like, from what I've seen, they're putting these addiction centers up next to schools, high schools, daycares. They're all over the city. They're making an absolute mess. So they've already got all these things up. I don't know if this is his plan, but it would make sense, right? We've already got all these buildings for addiction, so we shove them in there. We turn them into a real rehab. We do this. It's a feasible thing that could happen. And let's be honest, the biggest problem in LA, from what I can see, from my over the ocean view, is like the drug addicts are just absolutely destroying the place. People don't feel safe. Like, kids don't feel safe. Mothers don't feel safe. You shouldn't be walking down the street and seeing, like, you don't want to walk your kid to the school and see people overdosing on the streets. Like, and don't mean to be cruel, because I know addiction's a disease and it's awful. But when it comes to like my safety and my child's safety over like a druggie's,
as with so many things, of course, in LA in particular, there's a caste system of drug addicts. There are drug addicts who are, millionaires and billionaires, and they're able to take care of themselves. Now you're talking about the homeless, the unhoused addicts, what we used to call junkies back in the day. And
but they spent millions building homes for them.
Right. And that is the problem, is it's a part of the homeless problem, is the fact that, a lot of people that are homeless in LA have ended up that way because of addiction issues. And that is their primary focus. All I'll say is that, like any city that any of us have ever been to, you kind of know where to walk around with your kid and where not to. And, I think that, again, it's very easy for me to be sort of in middle class Burbank. Now I will, I'll go to things in Los Angeles proper and I will see all of this, but I have my doors locked and I drive very fast. So I don't have to actually encounter it very often. I'm sorry.
I had a chance to visit Santa Monica, and one of the very first things I saw was a unhoused person drop their pants and piss on the bike path that I was walking on. So to your point, it's only a drug problem if you can't afford drugs. So.
No, I'm pretty sure that was just Dick Masterson. I'm not 100% sure. That might have just been hanging out with him. But listen, it's a very real problem, and no one has.
There's going to be no quick solution to it. But like, obviously, what's being done now isn't working. And there's billions and billions of dollars being put into what they're doing now, and it's getting progressively worse. So, like, even if, let's say, Spencer Pratt gets in and his idea doesn't work, it's like, it's not working now. Like, try something new. Like, doing the same thing over and over again is obviously not going to make it any better.
Well, what I'll say, Nelly, is that whatever they are doing, it is so ineffective that you would assume they're doing nothing, because it doesn't really change. It definitely increased over the pandemic in terms of the homeless areas, because there weren't as many people around. So it was very easy. And they'll periodically go in and, clean up encampments. And I'm not quite sure where those people go. The real issue is going to be 2 years from now when the Olympics are here. Because I don't know where they're all going, but I tell you that none of these people are going to be anywhere near where people are.
Let's not talk about sports in America, because I'm a massive football girl, soccer for you Americans, and you guys have screwed us with the World Cup. You fucked the World Cup up. I'm not even going to get into it. It's going to be the shittest World Cup ever.
It's going to be very poorly attended, from what I understand.
Yeah.
The big matches will still draw people, but I think that what I was seeing is that a lot of the FIFA matches are half sold. And what I know about the Olympics is that I don't know. I think that we were able to get tickets for like women's archery or something because we couldn't get any of the, we couldn't get anything that we wanted. So we settled for, I honestly don't even remember what it is. My father-in-law more than anything wanted to go to the opening or closing ceremonies, but no such luck. So, but anyway, that's the point, is that the city has to have the best coat of paint on it at that point. And I'm not quite sure where the homeless will be, kind of swept away to. There's not really corners of the city where they can do that during this. So I guess, I don't know. I guess they'll send him to Vegas. I'm not really sure.
Right. Well, let's see how he plans to address all this, because his whole plan is about the homeless encampments and the drug problem.
Step 2, we have the laws. We just need to use them. Last year, Democrats smartly passed a common sense law amending SB 43 to classify severe drug users as gravely disabled. SB 43 gives the city and the county the legal pathway to place any and all street drug users on a 5150 hold for 72 hours. Through a cascading series of wellness checklists, this mandatory treatment hold can be extended for 2 weeks, filling that Narcan to Vivitrol donut hole and giving a real pathway for recovery. SB 43 gives us the legal.
All right, Jesus, I got to scrub through. We're never going to get through this. I know Christian's got to go, but
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Step 3, end the body brokering. Many of the addicts you see around your neighborhood are bussed in from other states in order for local NGOs to profit off their addiction. Los Angeles is ground zero for unscrupulous treatment centers who rake in billions of taxpayer dollars.
He could be right about that number 3. I needed a source other than Spencer Pratt. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Nothing would surprise me.
Big Pharma, it's the enemy. Big Pharma's the enemy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. It all comes back to Big Pharma. So you're like, okay, yeah, look, I believe it. It's entirely possible. Hey, look, Jake Hudson's here. And the idea about the holds, that you can hold someone for 72 hours and then increase and hold them for, was it 14 days? Is at a certain point, people shouldn't be able to be detained if they don't want to be. And you're saying we know.
Have you got any ice for this drink? Can we discuss?
Yeah, but I mean, this is like, you're trying to do this as the mayor of Los Angeles, not as the president sending your goons to carry out.
I'm surprised that Donald Trump hasn't said anything on. I've not seen Donald Trump comment on this yet. I'm really surprised that he's not on with Spencer Pratt.
This is below his pay grade.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me though.
And if Trump never comes out in favor of Spencer Pratt, it's because Pratt didn't make the right overtures. You definitely have to kiss the ring. You have to suck up to Trump, and then
he doesn't care about California in general, just because it's a blue state. So.
No, I hear him say that if the elections weren't rigged, he would win California. So I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm sorry,
Spencer Pratt's a white man in his 40s. Why wouldn't Trump support him?
Yeah.
All right. But real quick, part 4, bringing the DEA. Now he's waging a war on the Mexican cartels. Bad idea. Let me just say, step 4 is where your plan decelerates as opposed to excels.
Unless he's hiring John Rambo, who I saw take out a cartel, I think it might not be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. And then step 5 is what? Modern treatment facility. Okay, now we're going to invest a lot of money in infrastructure for treating all these drug addicts, which is probably, they're a treatment that they're not going to take advantage of. And let's see. Oh, okay. Step 6. Oh, where is it? Here we go.
I didn't even realize. I thought he had a 5-point plan. I didn't realize.
They will serve the communities they transgress.
Oh, yeah. Step 6, put them all to work. That's what drug addicts are good for. Free labor.
Do you know what, though? A lot of these drug addicts will be people who've been made homeless, and the drug addicts because they're homeless. And, it's like a vicious cycle in it. So, giving someone a job and a purpose and, rehabilitation, is that the worst plan? Is that a bad plan to go let's get you clean and then let's give you a job?
On paper, it is actually a great plan. We're going to put these resources in there to help them get clean and better themselves. So let's then put them to work. But the issue is that if you know anyone who has ever taken control of their addiction and gone into a facility and tried to get clean, the fact of the matter is that even those people don't always stay clean. So you're taking someone who's not trying to get clean, you're kind of forcing them to, and you're working under the assumption that like all they need is time. And then after 30 days that this medicine lasts, they're not going to want to get high again because they're going to be cutting down trees in 110-degree heat all day. So it's built on the idea that junkies don't want to be junkies, and they probably don't, but sometimes they don't know how to do anything better. And I have to go in like 4 minutes, Andy.
Okay. Let's see if we can get to at least this.
And they will be set up for success to reintegrate into society with job skills and a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Many of the addicts on Skid Row are able-bodied people, fully capable of working and earning a living. The only thing blocking them is the drugs. We don't have a housing problem, we have a drug problem. We cannot solve a drug problem with more overpriced housing scams. Some of these folks do need to go to prison. The violent offenders, animal abusers, and sex offenders will do time, but many of them simply need to be given a chance to recover. But they only have a chance if we confront their addiction, not just dump them in an apartment and give them a box of needles.
This is day one stuff, dude.
I think he's got a very childish approach to handling the homeless problem in LA. But I just also wanted, while we still have Christian. Christian, do you want to plug anything before you have to go?
Who are these broadcasters? Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And we've got some great stuff coming up over there. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Definitely. And I just want to end this before you leave with spotlighting who this guy is what he's actually known for, who we're considering electing as the mayor of LA.
I'm the only candidate with a real plan. I'm the only candidate who actually cares about these.
Away from these lies, because she's gonna see.
These are lowlights from the hills.
Here, keep lying to you. You're the biggest poser in this town. You know what? You're gonna burn for.
Stop it!
You're gonna
Stop
burn.
it, Spencer!
I know.
Spencer, that's so out of line.
I know. She's a.
Spencer,
go
that's
back
so
to
out
your
of
real
line.
estate job, you f***ing liar.
No, doesn't really.
All right, well, my answer is no.
Sweet. My answer is get out of my car.
Bitches be tripping. I'm on his side.
Stupid car.
Stupid car.
This is his estranged sister. Like, they don't speak. She's trying to make amends with him.
Excellent. How are you? Win. What are you crying about, 70? What the f*** are you crying about? That's why you're not in my life, you crazy bitch. Because you come to barbecues and just start crying. I was just enjoying myself with my wife, and I get crying sisters in front of me.
She just wanted to say hi.
But that gets us crying away. What the f*** do I need to do to you? You just ignored me at the party, Mom. You're the lamest girl in this club.
So, listen, later today, I am going to be at a barbecue. And if somebody comes up to me crying, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. And listen, Spencer's not wrong about everything, but yeah. And, Pest is in the chat and he says he has his vote. So obviously, if the great Pest, who everyone should support, our favorite Clippers, including Pest, if Pest thinks that he should be good. But the moral of the story is that he is looking at it as a civilian in sort of a simplistic way. Obviously, he's talked to somebody to help him put these 6 points together. I think it's making a lot of assumptions about what it's going to do. And there are other problems in Los Angeles apart from the homeless, but homelessness is a bigger problem than just the addicts. There are plenty of other people who are homeless. I knew someone who found themselves homeless in Las Vegas, of all places, for 7 weeks, and it's not necessarily, it's not even through a fault of their own. So I would say that it's putting a Band-Aid on like a 10 bullet hole gunshot wound,
Right.
But listen, I feel like he's going to still be in this thing. I feel like he could win this primary, and then there's a runoff system, so he might be sticking around for the next few months. And Andy, if he doesn't go away after June 2nd, then I would love to be back on and talk more Spencer Pratt with you.
Okay, yeah, we'll see how his campaign progresses, but thank you so much for lending a local perspective.
Yes.
The boots on the ground correspondent, Christian Bladt. Thank you for.
Can't wait to see your new hat, Christian, when you've got it done.
My Bladt hat. Yes, exactly.
Reach out to Gummy Chainsaw for that. Yeah. Yes.
Well, thank you for having me. And Andy, next time I'll make sure I can stay the whole episode. Apologies.
No worries.
Apologies. So,
Yes.
all right.
Have a great holiday weekend.
Thank you, Christian.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Well, thanks to Christian, and thanks to everybody that's hanging out in the chat here. Why not hit the like button? Why not hit the like button and super chat and super tip like 2K Puppet here? Do you want to read this one, Nelly?
Yes, 2K Puppet, $5. In the broad jump event at the LA Olympics, the contestants will be jumping actual homeless broads. Just lining them up.
The delightful Donna G is also here. Oops.
Oh, you need to take 2Ks down.
Yeah. I got a problem with my. Let's see. Does that work? How does this work? Oh, whatever.
Yeah. I can't even see it on the.
It's all right. I'm still figuring out super tips. Guys, this is. It's not easy for me, but I'll just read it. How about that? Hello, folks. Holding space this weekend for all who served and never came home. We remember, we honor. Oh, Donna G paying her respect. And sending us $10 supporting the show. Thank you, Donna G.
Very much.
Donna G's the best. All right. I just thought that it would be good to... Spencer's got a love-hate relationship with TMZ, apparently. He's been corresponding with them and trying to drive awareness to his campaign. So it's it's a relationship that he's trying to hold on to, but also they're calling him on his bullshit here.
Being in that trailer, it was a high point of the commercial, but you're at the Hotel Bel Air. So kind of undo that for us.
No, to be clear, that is where, excuse me, that is where I live. That's where Karen Bass, Mayor Bass, burned down my house. That is where I will live until I have a new house. The Airstream is a temporary facility. A hotel is a temporary facility. Where my kids are in Santa Barbara right now is a temporary housing. This is where I live this is where they burned my house down. So this semantics or the nuance of this is the consequences of their failed leadership. And again, I don't live at the Hotel Bel Air. I don't live in the Airstream. I don't live in the Santa Barbara. I don't have a house. So for these people that want to focus on where I sleep at night, first off, I don't even sleep. I get 4 hours of sleep because I'm fighting these corrupt freaking politicians all day long.
There's something to the point where you say in the ad, this is where I live, while you're standing in front of a trailer. I think the reason that ad was so effective with voters is because you did draw this visual comparison of where the mayor lives, where Nithya Raman lives, and where you live. So you're showing where they live, and then you're saying this is where I live. But for the last month and a half, you've been at the Bel Air Hotel.
I haven't been at the Bel Air Hotel for more than 6 days in the last month. This is all public on my
But that's where you've been staying. I know you may not have actually been in it.
No, I've been in Santa Barbara where the LA Times reported where I lived and doxed me. That is where I live, period.
But are you saying you live in that trailer?
I don't live anywhere is what I'm saying. I don't have a house. They burned it down, Harvey.
This is such a politician move, isn't it? Like, not admitting to, but to be fair to him, like, he doesn't live technically anywhere if his house is burnt down. He might go between the places. Come on, I mean, let's be serious. He's a millionaire. Like, he's not anyone who believed fully that he was living in that fucking trailer.
Yeah.
come on, like
I
we all
know.
know he's not really. Do you know, it's making a statement in it. Like my trailer's where my house should be. This is technically my home. This plot of land here, this is my home, and all that's on it is a fucking metal tin. So I'll let him slide. I give him my thumbs up for that. I'll approve that.
Yeah, it's a whatever. It's a bit. It's a tool. It's a way to make a point. But yeah, they're calling him on his bullshit.
It's very cinematic. All these like wide angle shots that he does for his promo videos. It's all very cinematic. It's to grab people's attention,
and it's working. Somebody who I reached out to that also lives in LA says there's a lot of AI generated billboards around town of him rescuing dogs and.
Yeah, I've seen this. So funny.
So he's working the angle and getting a lot of attention. But
the best thing he's done is bringing up the dogs because they are killing dogs. These so like drug addicts, and like who doesn't fucking love dogs? Like if you're like sat here going, "Oh, Spencer Pratt's fighting for dogs," like you can't then just go, "Oh no, well no, I don't care about the dog." You've got to care about the dogs. So Spencer Pratt, you've got to be on his side because who wants dogs to die?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we all know the worst movies is like if I go to watch a film with someone that's a dog in it and they've watched it, I'm like, does this dog die? Because I'm not watching the movie unless it's John Wick. I'm not watching this movie if this dog fucking dies.
Don't watch the new Punisher one-off on Disney
no, with the
Plus.
black guy.
Yeah.
I seen the clip of it. No, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. It was really good. Speaking of like something that's like John Wick, it reminded me of John Wick and Dread. So really good. Check that out. Hi, Latanya. We were watching you with Karmic last night. It was amazing. Reason number 154 why I won't move back to California. Yes, nobody should. But I think that a lot of people are here for this next clip package. And before we get to that, why not hit the like button, the people that are watching this live. Thank you for checking this out. And there's a lot of descriptions in the chat. Nelly's Rumble is in the description. Christian's channel, Bacon Bits, and also JT the Watcher and Emily, who are really, there's something Husey pointed out called Karl fatigue that is going around the internet and the Dabbleverse, that people think that Karl's on some kind of grift, and Emily has been pointing out that Karl is minimizing his relationship with Opie and being willfully ignorant about Opie's activities in the chat and his involvement with mods and Reddit and all of these things, and not really taking her opinion of what Karl and Opie are up to seriously. So last week I noticed JT and Emily were live, and I went to go find it again. I couldn't find it. And I reached out to JT, and he said that it's now members only for just $1.99. Why not subscribe to JT's
Are you telling me a woman's upset that a man's not taking her seriously? Fucking, what's new? Like, get over it, bitch. We all deal with it.
Husey fatigue, yeah. Well, we've been. Here he is in the chat. What up, JT?
Hi, JT.
He's doing an Emily Tower in the chat. But I wanted to spotlight this because I thought it was, when you talk about point dabble point, I thought this was exactly what that's supposed to be. So maybe we can get JT on Dabbleverse Live or Point Dabble Point and start calling Karl on his shit here.
Can I address the Emily thing real quick?
Please do.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're watching here is a clip from WATP in which the review girl is on the bottom. Look up recent reviews from WATP episodes, and the one that she just read was from Cranberry Electric, who mentioned about you, Pacific, Emily, and I know Cranberry is a big Emily fan.
Yeah, I talked to him, and yeah.
This Emily is wild. So she called in to be Dabbling Live, I think, recently. It was a few weeks ago. Okay. And I brought her up on this show a year or two ago, and she sent me a bunch of messages. She's convinced Opie has all these sock accounts on Reddit, and she analyzes them.
I had one Reddit account, and he got exposed, and the whole subreddit was talking about it, and so they all knew that that was his account. Jeb Johan was his account. And so it wasn't his Karl saying it's like all these accounts. It's only one.
And I let that clip play to that point because even Emily is saying, well, it's just the Jebediah Johansson account that is Opie's sock account. It's just the one. Yeah. But we're going to go on to see a bunch of other things. She's going to try and bring up another account that I think is where her argument stops holding water. So I just wanted to show that. But one of her other points is that, and it's another joke that Adam loves to make, that Opie's family have abandoned him. And apparently it goes all the way back to 2018. Nelly, are you aware of what Opie's up to in any single way, or is this all news?
Not these days, because I don't really watch any of the Dabbleverse stuff anymore, so I've not really been keeping up with what's going on, especially with Opie. Like, he's the bottom of the Dabbleverse tower, isn't he? So
yeah, well, he kind of made it as far as the awareness of WATP. It all comes from Karl swinging on Opie, Anthony taking note of that, and because they had a falling out, then that brought Karl's coverage of Opie to Anthony's attention, Anthony's audience's attention. So Opie continues to be covered based on all of the fandom that is not being served for Opie and Anthony. You know, people that were still fans of that have now come over to pay attention to Karl because we're all still talking about Opie and Anthony over here. And part of that is Opie's family abandoning him and never really being, that present in his life.
She even references a Twitter account that she thinks is Opie's wife because it uses Opie's wife's name as the Twitter account, even though it's only tweeted twice and has 0 followers. And both those tweets are things that are very personal that you wouldn't tweet out.
So what are these tweets like?
Yeah,
that was in 2018. That's when a lot of people have suspicions that she left around that time in 2018. So Karl probably doesn't think that, but
now you saying she did leave around 2018?
Yeah, that's what she left around 2018. That's a lot of people I talk to in the ONA community say that they believe that.
Oh, right. So I don't know who this person is, and I don't want to be like a bitch because she might be lovely, but I could easily go, I heard that Andy and his wife broke up. Jen left him years ago. I heard it in the all apologies world. People have said it. Okay. But it's sorry. Oh my God. Really? That's a free show for everyone. But yeah, you can't just say that. And now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Opie. I only know Anthony Opie because of WATP, right? They mean nothing to me. I know, the show is such a big deal for everyone, and it was a massive thing. But you can't just because at the end of the day, Opie's wife has nothing to do with all of this, and his kids don't have anything to do with this. And to just sit there and go, yeah, his wife just left him, and make these statements is a pretty broad thing to say without any proof. Is there any proof?
Good point. Yeah, posts on Reddit and people agreeing with what you think is not necessarily evidence, which is
it's not like it's an unbelievable thing. It's very believable. We've all seen him sat in his fucking high rise, talking shit, or in the podcasting from the fucking bar, which is the stupidest shit ever. But has his wife left him? Because maybe she's happy and settled, and he seems like he's still got some money going on. I don't know. For me personally, it's all well and good. We all like the banter, we all like to take the piss out of each other. But when you start bringing in outsiders, people have nothing to do with it. It kind of crosses lines to me where I'm I don't know if we should be talking about this. Should you be mentioning his wife?
Well, let's see if you could be convinced, because we're going to find out that Karl is fake and a liar.
Well, where do you think Karl gets all his information from? Does he just look it up
He's
himself?
lying. Karl is fake and he's lying. He's very fake and he's lying because it's a grift for him. He's an idiot and he should know a lot more. There's this, I don't understand what he's even trying to accomplish. Oh, obviously he's grifting, but still, it's just weird. And anyone with common sense can just look at it and kind of see, like, yeah, something's going on, obviously.
And Emily's in the chat, everybody.
Hi, Emily.
Have you
Like
seen
I said,
it?
I don't know. You might be absolutely lovely, but for me personally, I'm like one of them people. I need like cold hard facts. You can tell me that this is going on, but like unless you can show me something, I don't know.
Well,
And
this is over an hour.
What has Karl actually? Just because in context wise, I don't understand what's Karl lied about. What's he grifted about?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get into it here, but Opie's definitely not the same. His bank account is dwindling. He has a lot more time on his hands. His audience is shrunk down to a fraction of what it used to be.
He's John, though. He's a John. You know, you either get famous and stay famous, like Anthony and whatever, or you get famous, you get money, you drop off, you know, and you're a has-been. And yeah, we all know he's a has-been, but like, that was that not the whole point of like WATPs to like find these shows and talk? Is that a grift or is that like the show?
Yeah, no, it's kind of.
I feel like I'm missing something because I don't watch it anymore. I don't watch, and I don't even watch this show. And I'm on there. Like I don't listen to anything. Like I don't know if I'm missing something here because you know.
I think you're pretty much got your finger on the pulse of what's happening here, but we're gonna unpack the hypocrisy of one Karl Hamburger.
And Emily thinks that I'm suppressing this information and trying to make her look foolish.
Oh, guess what? After that video, you just must not. After that, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. After that video of Karl trashing me about the wife not being her Twitter account, that was like 2 days later. He messaged me that. Because he was scared I was going to go on Bedazzlers Live and I was going to expose him. He was scared. That was all BS what he was trying to do. And I'm not an idiot. I could see through his fake, stupid little act. And yeah, so he was trashing me on his live 2 days ago, 2 days prior to this DM, saying that it's not Opie's wife. It's not. And then 2 days later, that's what he messaged me right there, saying, "Oh, it could be the wife." You know, weird. That's how fake Karl is. So there's that.
I don't know. I feel like if it was true, like I'm being called like a ball washer and everything. I've not watched WATP for a long time. I have no issue with Karl.
Yeah.
For me, the show's not like what it used to be for me. I don't watch WATP anymore. Whatever. I have no ties to Karl at all. But I feel like from what I remember from the show, if this was true that his wife had left him, Karl had done an entire fucking episode about it.
Right.
And it would have been like, oh my God, look, this is how sad fucking Opie is. His wife's fucked him off and look, he's such a fucking loser. I don't feel like why would Karl not want to report it? It's not like he's not report it like we're fucking broadcasters, but like, why would Karl not want to tell everyone? Because it's funny and it'd be part of the, you know, all he does is take the piss out of him. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Please, Emily or JT in the chat, tell me if I'm missing something. But why would Karl not want to talk about it?
Well, I will say this, that Karl has been wrong about other things in the past, right? Specifically the Aaron and April divorce over on StutJo. That happened on April Fool's Day, so it felt like it was not true in a work, but turns out it was. And then Karl went on stream the next week and admitted that he was way off about that. So I don't think that him assuming one day that this whole thing about Opie's wife leaving or Opie being kicked out of Gebhardt's and then finding out that it's actually true, just like learning that you're wrong and then coming back and like here he is saying, oh, I think I said one thing and now based on another whatever's happening online, maybe you were right. And he's asking for that evidence so that he can come back and say that he was wrong. But Emily just thinks that Karl is a fake hypocrite and doesn't want to provide him with that information. So he didn't have the chance to do that. But does that mean that he's faking gay? Probably. Yeah, maybe he is.
Not news to anyone. We all know he's faking gay.
really fake and gay.
Yeah. So, but I'll also say this, Emily. Oh, she's back. Yeah, I was right about that. I'm going to say that when your clip package just features you being mentioned on the show, it seems more self-serving than you just presenting the hard facts. So just maybe if you want your point to get across, don't just be like, oh, look, this is every time I get mentioned on the show. That's not, it kind of takes away from the legitimacy.
I'll put this out there, Emily. If you like have like cold hard facts and like have shit, come here. Let's talk about it. We'll have you on. Come bring the receipts. I'd love to like give you like come get on here. Let's talk about it. Like prove everyone prove Karl's a hack and a fucking grifter. Like please, I'd love that. Come show me the cold hard facts. I'm so here for it. Like I'm not judging anyone, but I'm a like facts girl. Like. Show me the fucking sofa cushions. I need the evidence.
Oh, I saw those sofa cushions.
God,
I almost threw up.
So did you send him proof of that?
I didn't know. He should do his. That guy has been stalking and obsessing over Opie for 9 years. He should know. He should know everything. He should be doing it all. I should not be the one doing this. I'm not making money doing this, but whatever. I'm doing it because why not? No one else is. And no.
Right. No, listen, Emily, I'm really trying to not like make enemies here, but you can say something and then go, well, I'm not going to give you the evidence because you need to find the evidence. Like if you want this, like, you want it to be out there and you want Karl to talk about it and discuss it, then send him the evidence. Like, this is how it works. You can't just I'm sure Karl's a fucking podcaster, but I'm sure he has lots on his plate, right? He's probably not looking. If you found something that he's not found, then be like, look at this shit that I found. Here's the evidence. Run with it. You can't go, oh, well, this is, you're not doing this. And he's asked you for the proof. And then you go, well, no, I'm not giving you the proof. You've got to find it yourself. You just
Karl's
redeem yourself and just put the evidence out there, then put the proof out there. Like, I'm not saying that she's a liar. I'm really not. Like, I don't even think that. But like, if you've got it, then put it there. But you can't then say, oh, I'm not giving it you.
Yeah. Well, she's not helping Karl, but a lot of this stream featured a lot of that screenshots. But it's mainly like posts on Reddit and things like that are not really provable. But let's see if there's more hard evidence here.
I guess pause that right there because Karl was saying that I never gave a link. I never on my videos I show screenshots. I never linked anything.
If this were at all legible, you'd see what I meant.
So there was a very big problem with this stream that was very text heavy, and I've showcased my fair share of technical difficulties today and over my whole podcasting career. So I'm not pointing fingers, but there's something wrong with your frame rate on this video where none of this shit was readable. So it delegitimized a lot of things that by and large I found to be more opinion than fact, I'm just going to say. And this is another one of these. It's a leap in logic that Opie has one sock account that everybody kind of agrees was definitely Opie, but then Emily is claiming that there is another alt sock account that I don't see hard evidence that this is actually Opie. I think this is a troll.
It's probably Vince the lawyer. He's got great at sock accounts.
Yeah, I think Long Island Clan is somebody posing as Opie. Just my opinion, but let's look at this.
See, he's doing that's the YouTube comments right there. See, he made another joke, YouTube comments, and that's why he made that account.
Okay. So this account here is Opie.
Yeah, it's Opie. It's Long Island Clan. Yeah, that's Opie. He has a couple of different sock accounts. That's one of them. But yeah, that's Opie.
Sock accounts famously don't feature the picture of the person that they're actually supposed to be. That wouldn't be a sock account.
That's the sock account that John would make.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
JT says Emily World Order is very much team Emily. Yeah, this is a controversial topic that I just decided to touch the third rail.
Yeah, and now JT is. I mean, I like JT not taking everything at face value and not being a person that just agrees with everything Karl says all the time. I think that there's a lot of people that are just squatted up on team, team WATP or team Stuttering John or team Shuli Network or team KB, Misery Loves Company, and they won't be persuaded any other way. And if I were talking to Emily specifically, which I am right now, I would say consider that maybe you're not 100% correct about some of this. Consider the fact that you can change your mind. And Karl, like I said, Karl has done that, specifically with the Aaron shit in April. And even your point with Opie's family or being kicked out of Gebhardt's, I think that if Karl is presented with evidence to the contrary of what he said originally, he would come on his show and say that he was wrong. I've seen him do it before. So,
I mean, if he was trying to cover it up and not talk about it, he wouldn't have brought it up at all. He didn't have to bring her comments up at all. If he was trying to not talk about it, not sweep it under the rug, leave it out, why would he even bring it up at all?
The Tabber Benedict is in the chat. JT's like, hey. Yes, agreed. All right, let's see.
On that one. All right, Andy, what do you got next for?
Oh, that was cool. He clipped that. I know I always give Karl shit. I mean, constantly. I'm always trying to big proponent and supporter of you, Emily, and I'm just hoping, trying to at least let Karl know that all of us don't always listen to his bullshit.
Yeah, I don't. I know. You probably I don't like him. For me personally, I don't like him. I want nothing to. I don't like him. I don't personally. But it's fine. It's fine.
We know.
I was going to say I don't want nothing to do with him, but kind of you putting yourself in the middle of it. She was going to say I don't want, and then but you're kind of putting yourself in there. So do you know what I do?
Take him down a peg.
If I don't want anything to do with someone, I don't send them messages or comment on the stuff. I just don't do it. Stay out of it.
Karl's so not the OP expert. I don't know anybody that should be, though, at this point. Like, who
apparently
gives a fuck?
Wife's not even an OP expert, so from what I've heard, she's not even around anymore.
Yeah, we talk about Karl fatigue. I have OP fatigue. It's like the same shit over and over again. And I have my own theory that we're going to get into coming up here in the last couple of clips of this.
That's how fake Karl is. That's what he does in the DMs. He's very fake behind the scenes. People don't see the behind the scenes, so I'm exposing the behind the scenes so everyone could see that. So there you go.
It's like he's a guy that, he likes to dish it out, but he can't take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is very fake. He has a very fake, nice guy act on his shows, but behind closed doors, he's not like that.
Oh, does he? I thought he seemed like a complete asshole on the show, to be honest.
yeah, it's kind of the other way around. He's a dick on the show and a nice guy in person. And I think that's funny that JT would say he could dish it out and he can't. Karl takes more shit than anybody I've ever met. I mean, he lives by the sword and he dies by the sword. And people don't even see a lot of the things that aren't just in the chat. But you go watch like This Little Piggy when it's on Melton's channel and not the WATP channel. It's just relentless tomatoes on Karl. So
I am nothing. I am a nobody, and I get so much shit. So I can't even imagine what Karl cares. I'm a nobody, and I get my inbox is full of people being fucking disgusting and horrible. So,
and I feel like this is not Karl being fake in the DMs. This is him asking you to change his mind. I feel like if you had provided him this information, he would have went back on the show, featured it, and said he was wrong. I could be wrong about that.
It would have been like a good segment. Like if this was true, it would be a great segment. Don't roll your eyes at us, JT. How dare you?
You know I'm Team Karl over here. What did you think this was going to be?
I'm not. To be fair, I'm not Team Karl. I'm neutral. I don't watch WATP anymore. Since fucking Aaron and everything came into it, that's when I like dipped out. And you and Kaylee started doing the Wednesday show, my favorite. I just, like dipped out from there. It wasn't for me anymore. Like, not that there's anything wrong with the show. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I'm team me.
You had Karl fatigue. It's fine.
Fucking Aaron fatigue.
So Emily sees this and goes, "Oh my gosh, I got a scoop right here. Opie's confiding in me."
So this is that Long Island clan account that is copping to the fact that he got kicked out of Get Hearts.
No, Opie would have Opie.
Who are these dickheads covering the faces?
I know. These are people that run the Reddit forum or some kind of chat forum.
Okay, right, no, that is exactly what I expect someone who runs a Reddit forum to be dressed like. That's fine.
They look like they're about to behead a POW or something.
No, they look like they robbed from old ladies. Like, they might as well have a fucking stocking on the fucking face. Behave.
Nothing lends authenticity to Reddit claims than somebody concealing their identity. So
it looks like a fucking nun in the top left. That was like he's in a nun's outfit.
Yeah.
Video is this from?
I want to show this. Okay, this was back last year in 2025 when Opie was exposed on Reddit, and I went to the O&A forum, and one of the guys right there is a mod admin in the O&A forum, and he secretly messaged me. I'll show that too. But I was on their live stream.
Not secret anymore, is that?
And I was talking to them, and they're admitting that they talked to Opie on the phone, and they.
That's what people that are catfishing do. They say, don't tell anybody. This is just a secret between you and me, because if you tell people that know a thing or two, they might prove me wrong. So don't tell anybody. Just keep this between us.
Are admitting that it's really Opie. And So all the people in the O&A forum know it's Opie, but they have to keep it a secret because Opie doesn't want it outed. That's why it's so
If it's
bizarre.
in a forum, it's not a fucking secret. A secret is between like one or two people. Stop. That's so. No, I'm sorry, Emily. If you're still here, I'm sorry. You sound like a sweet person, but that's so fucking dumb. Oh, this like Reddit fucking thing. It's not a fucking secret of a group of people. No, it's just gossip between a small group of people. It's not a fucking secret.
Well, there's another screenshot that is only for the elite chatters and people that are actually friends of Opie and in the know. So if you're
Opie doesn't have friends. Stop it. Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb.
He's the laziest streamer too. It's not like he's spending a lot of time like corresponding with listeners in the chat. He drinks his coffee in the morning and then goes fishing or takes his dog for a walk or who knows what the fuck he's doing. But I don't think he is running multiple sock accounts in multiple forums. That's just my opinion.
This whole situation is so weird.
We're sweeping what? Why? Because I'm not playing the entire hour, 15-minute video of nonsense. So this is another. This is where
is a clip from
Emily's argument fell apart for me because you're showing these other accounts that are specific to the Jebediah Johansson account that people by and large agree was an OP sock account, but then you're lumping in the Long Island Clan alt account. Oh, it is?
This Emily is wild. So she called into Be Dabbling Live, I think, recently. It was a few weeks ago. Okay. And I brought her up on the show a year or two ago, and she sent me a bunch of messages. She's convinced.
Let me see if I can bring it back. But so it was playing the alt accounts. How much did you see of that?
I know because she was talking as I was listening to you, but I realized it was on. Where's Jen? Jen should be. Where's producer Jen?
What the fuck happened to it? There it is.
Hi, Kinky Loco. Don't hate. We love you.
Is this here? Or is it gone? Whatever. It doesn't.
Can I address the Emily thing?
I'm just going to say that I think that a lot of when you spend too much time online, things you start just going into an echo chamber where when people say what you want to hear, you're accepting it as fact. But I'm also going to say that Karl's been wrong before and he'll be wrong again. And if there is evidence to support that he was wrong, he'll feature it and say that he was wrong. He's done it before.
I hope he's wrong. I hope he's wrong. I hope there's evidence, and I hope, because I think it'd be a great story. It'd be funny. Like, I hope he's wrong. Emily, I'd love it if you give us the evidence so we could all laugh at Karl for being wrong. I'd love that. Can we expose him? Then he can come on and apologise to Emily. Karl can come on and do his formal apology to Emily then.
Yeah. This is another thing I was talking about with Bacon Bits when, if you say that you enjoy someone's company, you're a fucking simp. If you say that you enjoyed something and somebody, you're ball washing. It's a detractor's way of disagreeing with somebody that enjoyed something.
It's calling someone a nonce in an argument, calling someone a PDF. It's the easy way to just be like, oh, well, yeah, you're a ball washer. It's just, because you can't think of anything smart to say. So,
yeah. If you figured out a way to get people to contribute to your show, it's a grift. All these things that are just like, oh, I'm watching somebody enjoy something or have some modicum of success, so I'm gonna paint it with a negative brush because I disagree with it. And
the thing is, I would say any show that's someone's livelihood, right? So Karl's show is his income. He's grifting, he's grafting, right? Grafting is what we call it over here. He's grafting, he's grifting, he's making his money,
grinding.
Well, he's not working for fucking CNN or some other fucking bullshit thing. He's just doing his show, saying what he's going to say and making his money. Is it a grift?
Well, people used to call it selling out. And then they're like, well, yeah, I figured out a way to make a living. Yeah. So if I'm a sellout, that's what Metallica said. Lars Ulrich is just like, yeah, we sell out every night. We're sellouts.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I'd rather be a sellout and rich than not a sellout and broke. Give me the money, I'll sell out for the money. I don't care.
What's up, Jeff? This is why I love the Dabbleverse. No one should care about Opie, but this ridiculous conspiracy theory erupts and becomes even more nonsense. Yeah, I mean, it is all just kayfabe and drama and part of the conversation. If we all agreed, wouldn't it be boring? So, but I don't think that it's a surprise that I would give Karl the benefit of the doubt. We all know where my bread is buttered. So, but I do thank JT and Emily for featuring that. And if there is, if you have more compelling evidence, I'd be happy to feature it. I'd be happy to have you guys on the show. I've had JT in the poker game. I'd love to have him back. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying your evidence isn't hard. Not as hard as me.
We like facts. We like facts over here. We're not like WATP. We like cold hard facts. No fact checking. They don't fact check over there. We do.
Do you think I should dye my hair? Is that my problem? My biggest problem is that.
No, you're turning into a silver fox. It's great.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I wanted to cover today was something. I was on Dabbleverse Live, and this didn't come up, but I thought it was very entertaining. I think it was a pest clip. And this is, John has left the Dabbleverse, and he used to have. Yes. Oh, you're not aware of this?
Oh, I don't fucking bother with that shit.
Right. You're right to say again. But yeah. Oh, hey, FOJ. Let's not forget. Never forget FOJ. But John makes it a habit of abandoning the Dabbleverse every couple of months. And all of his hangers-on are now cannibalizing each other because they don't have Papa John to boss them around. So now they're left to their own devices, and they don't know what to do with themselves. So let me see here. I'm gonna adjust my clip here. I still have Christian pulled up over here. Guys, this is how you run a show in real time.
So professional, honestly. Yeah. Expert at this time.
Clay Dabbler said.
So this is Rob Saul, Nasty
That's
Neil.
not Rob Saul.
It is Rob Saul. Rob
You're
Saul.
the fucking Ozempic. What the fuck do you mean? That's the guy who used to shag his dog. That's not Rob Saul.
This is how out of the loop Nelly is. Rob Saul is now sober. He used to be a a hateful drunk.
No, the guy's on crack or Ozempic. Fuck off. He ain't sober. He's shooting something up. No way.
Yeah. Yep.
Nah, that is madness.
Rob got chased off the internet when John was still here by these two and John, and he went into rehab, and now he's come back, and you could see under his name there that how many days sober he is. It's supposed to be anonymous, Rob, is all I'll say. You don't run around wearing it as a fucking badge of honor for clout, but that's what he's doing, and I still fucking hate Rob Saul personally. I don't think that he's talented or funny. I think he said a lot of shitty things about my friends, so I don't give him much credence. Just because you come back and say that you've cleaned up your act and you go to the gym now, whatever. Fuck you still. But Nasty Neil famously is a nothing on a show. He says very little, whereas Ava usually steamrolls every conversation. But here, Neil is going to start taking Ava to task about shit she said about Rob and all of her hypocrisy. And I found it very interesting. That, all of John's little flunkies are turning on each other.
John's show again, even if he came back knowing that he paid you.
Clay Dabbler's a bitch.
Hey, I'm Team Clay. I like Clay.
I've been nothing but Team Clay, and he just acts like a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clay Dabbler is a bitch, by the way. But now
I don't
these
mind
guys are...
Clay. I've had conversations with Clay. I don't mind him. He's fine. Like whatever. Like I don't get the John thing. I don't understand his.
But he was the only one that
issues with John. Like I don't know what's going on, but like I don't mind Clay. Clay's fine.
And he's the only one that would push back on John in a legitimate, poignant way. Well, yeah. Ava has too in the past, but yeah. So they're all like don't know what to do with each other now that John's gone. So they're figuring out ways to shit on each other. And Ava is like a Ronin. She's this a man without a country at this point. She doesn't have her own. I think she just started her own show, but she's just like floating onto Husey and wherever people will let her come on and talk shit. But yeah, these people just don't know what to do with themselves anymore.
If you're mad at him,
you said how funny Shuli was.
I said that once, but I was lying in that. I mean, listen, I'm just
also
listen, like who the fuck am I? If Shuli has me on his show, I'd be like, yeah, that was funny, but I was lying.
So
everyone
if
Shuli's funny is lying,
if you want to like keep
including you, Rob. Do you think Shuli's funny?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
but like he said, but he was not.
I'm probably the only one here that's always had the same opinion. I've never had a problem with.
Yeah,
Shuli.
I mean, listen.
I didn't ask you if you had a problem with Shuli. I said, do you think he's funny?
Shuli makes me laugh. I think he's funny, but yeah, when I was Sour Grapes, yeah, I went around saying Shuli was a nobody and a hack and shit like that.
I'm really not saying he's not funny, like over Sour Grapes. Again, I've never thought he was funny, but I did like lie to him and say that he was funny, like when I was going on his show at that time.
When he would allow me to come on, I would pretend he was funny, but when he kicked me off of the show, he's a fucking hack and an asshole. Okay.
No, she's got the manliest voice. I know she's a man, but she's got the deepest voice there. Like that really took me off guard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. She needs to take some lessons from Andrea on Transverse Network. And they're gonna start pointing out the Sunflower Dragon fallout, which was a chatter that
Sunflower Dragon
they used to support John.
I've never watched it.
Sunflower Dragon says she literally said the words, "I love you. I'm such a fan. I love your show, and you're hilarious." To Shuli on his show.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
Hey,
hey, that's my lady here. 1 month. See, she's very smart. She pays attention. And Ava had no reply to that, so she just.
By the way, I don't believe she's real, and the only curveball is you claiming she is. But because she's been on
Tuki's show.
Who would know if I said that or not? Like it's there. She's
people who watch the shows.
That's a Chad Zumach argument. Like when Chad said something that was contradictory to something he had said before.
Screw me a country bitch.
yeah. Boozmock jumped in the chat and was just like, no, you famously said this that, is against what you just said. So, and then people like Chad and Ava are like, oh, you're a weirdo for remembering that I'm contradicting myself and just screaming cunt into a microphone because you got called out. Good argument.
To be fair, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Do you want me to I'm going to send you the clip right now.
Okay, I just wanted to feature that because Ava said she's going to show receipts, send, screenshots, send a clip. And this was over 3 hours long. I scrubbed through the whole thing. Nobody ever shows a fucking screenshot or a clip.
Why is nobody bringing the receipts? Why are we all throwing around accusations with no receipts?
Yeah. I just showed many, many clips of receipts, and these people are all gonna just argue in bad faith for the rest of this episode.
Now, if you didn't want people to see your private videos, you probably shouldn't have put them.
Okay, so they're talking about the Menser Math thing, which is Shuli struck this other account because they were showing Anthony Zenhauser's stand-up and got Menser Math's channel drummed off the internet. And then Ava was copyright striking Shuli because they showed some old video from school or of her comedy, something along those lines. So she copyright struck them for featuring that. And everything in the Dabbleverse these days.
It's all chaos. It's all chaos.
Yeah. It's all about striking each other's channels, which is bullshit. Don't do that. But now they're arguing about.
Why I don't have a YouTube anymore, bastards.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Go support Nelly over on Rumble. Links in the chat. And hit the like button while you're here, please.
On a public account.
Or maybe I realized that people were
on a platform designed to share videos.
Neil, the problem is you don't know what it's like to actually write something original. You only fund things, and if you did, you would understand why.
Yeah,
so like
when you
don't
just
understand.
Lie and fabricate things, it to me it shows that you can't believe anything you say.
It's like the Special Olympics.
Yeah. So Neil's point is that you put a video up on a public sharing platform, and Ava's reaction to that is that he doesn't know about producing or writing anything because he only produces movies instead of writing them. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good counterpoint.
I have a feeling I don't know anything about Ava, but if she's like co-hosting with John, I feel like her comedy career is probably not doing that well. So I'm not quite sure what she knows about writing either.
She's not funny. This is all these people are the people that foster drama because they can't be funny. So she's kind of always being John's argumentative pit bull because John can't articulate a good argument. So that's been Ava's role. And now she doesn't have anybody to do that for. So she's trying to just do it against her, former allies now. But
I know for a fact you have people that robs on drugs. You can lie and say you didn't, but I know you did. I've seen the screenshots. I know the people who told me. They've never lied to me, and I've seen the screenshots.
Show the screen. Show it to us.
So I know you're lying.
Show it to the
I know you've lied about me, so I know you can lie.
Show it to the
audience.
Do you want me to I'm going to send you the clip right now.
So I just wanted to rehash what she said earlier when she's demanding that Neil show receipts, and she claimed earlier that she was going to do that. She never fucking did, but that's not going to stop her from demanding Neil have provable evidence when she didn't have any either. Right. Hypocrite.
On your show today, you said you asked him. Some of you lie all the time. If you lie all the time, how can anyone here believe anything you ever say?
This is why you don't actually process things. You just start yapping like that.
Because you constantly contradict yourself, and then when you were called out and proven that you were lying, you're like, you.
Can you shut up, or do you have more? Bark away, and then I'll respond when you're done barking.
Go ahead. I mean, it's just bullshit. I mean, who knows if it's true? That might be true, but
she's taking being a woman really seriously.
Yelling, the next best thing to being right. The invention of argument. Yeah.
No, JT, I'll agree there. Emily over Ava. I'll agree with that, JT.
Oh yeah, all day.
At least Emily brings like fuzzy fake screenshots and nothing.
Yeah, right. She tried. Fix your frame rate. That would probably solve a lot of the problems with your hard evidence of Reddit echo chambers.
Show the screenshots that you're claiming.
No,
Do you want me to I'm going to send you the clip right now.
I don't show people's private
If you
stuff.
can't show the screen, then shut the fuck up.
It's true.
If you can't
I know
show
you did it. You know you did it.
You're making a claim right now that you have screenshots.
You made lots of claims. You said
shut the fuck up and show the screenshot.
You're hosted
Do you want me to I'm going to send you the clip.
You know what?
Stop interrupting. You have no proof of it. You just said he did it.
Are you done? Are you done?
Ava looks like
said he'll never do John's show again if he came back. Looks like what he paid you.
Clay Dabbler's a bitch. And you're lying.
Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice off like Temu. Like she looks like the Temu version of Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice.
Oh no, that's ruined Beetlejuice for me.
I'm gonna send you the clip right now.
Okay, so finally, Ava's gonna demand that Neil do some production work during the middle of a 3-hour live stream just to prove his point.
Redact their name since you know how to operate photos. Do you
know
use
you
Photoshop?
did it. You know you did it.
Dummy.
You know you did it. You know you did it.
You bald, ugly dummy.
You know you did it. I know
how
I'm talking to a very beautiful person here, but yes.
Your head literally looks like somebody cut a hole on the top and then re-sewed it back together. There's a weird line there. You're
that really proves that you're being very honest when you go to, hey, you're ugly. Hey, you.
We're gonna litigate this. It's because you're a brilliant video editor, so you know how
Rob
to use
Sol's
Photoshop.
face actually is so funny watching this.
I thought I paid $50 to get in these movies.
Yeah, Rob Saul doing the Husey method of running a show where he just sits back and lets these two people swing on each other and giggles about it.
The chickens in and like let them fucking fight. Just sit back and watch. Yeah, literal cockfight as well between them two.
Right. Yeah, this is just people don't know what to do anymore now that John is gone. We got Kevin Brennan hosting that fucking short bus show last night.
Imagine John being your compass in life. Like that's what keeps you alive is fucking John Melendez.
There's good shows. Go watch Husey. Go watch Skeptical Robot. Go watch, anything. Go watch my poker stream. Edge Files tomorrow, Monday night at 7. There's still good shows. It doesn't have to be Rob Saul and fucking Kevin Brennan with Jake Hudson. I love Jake Hudson though.
We love you, Jake.
And I love everybody that is here watching the show. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. And you can follow us on Instagram and see what we have coming up next. Nelly, do you have time to do the bonus content after this? I thought we would watch, since we did Spencer Pratt, I thought we'd watch a little bit of Heidi Montag's music videos and enjoy a popsicle. Do you have time for that?
I might feel a little bit drunk.
Maybe not. But
dressed up, guys. Like a beautiful.
She's all dressed up and ready to go. She's got things to do.
Holiday. I have no work tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Everybody should enjoy their Memorial Day long weekend. And why not support the show for just $3 over on Patreon at bit.ly/staysorry. And support Nelly over on Rumble. You can find JT and Emily's links and Christian Blatt's links in the description. Thank you for all of them. Bacon Bits and I were on last night. That's in the description as well. So check all of that out instead of Rob Saul. So for Nelly, I'm Trucker Andy saying,
stay sorry.